Hi, Prabhu here. Today we will see about interior daylighting in Maya 2017 using ARNOLD render engine. The final output is look like this. I hope you like it. Stay tuned. Before that, if you won't subscribe to this YouTube channel, click on this red color subscribe button to subscribe this YouTube channel. We post weekly free videos about Maya 2017, Arnold, modeling, texturing and lighting. So if you won't subscribe, click this red color subscribe button and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Okay, before we get into the actual project, we need the interior design model. So I will provide for you the link below in this description box. Please download that. It's really helpful for your practicing purpose when I taught. So go below the description box and copy this link and paste in your browser and download this one. So after you download, I will cut my file. So now go to Maya. First of all, set your project. It's really important. Go to file and choose project window. So I will choose my new project and choose my location as D drive. So you choose wherever you want. I will rename my project as interior underscore daylighting like this and click accept and go to your destination folder. Example, in this case I will give interior daylighting. In scenes I will paste that downloaded file, so interior design. So after that, go to file and choose open. So open our downloaded interior design.ma and open this one. I will click don't save. Okay, after you download and open, you got this interior design. It's a really basic scene. It's done by me, or if you have your own file, use that one. So I will recommend please practice with this file. That means you able to follow this instruction clearly. After that, you will utilize in your own project. Okay, now we need to set our camera view before we start our interior lighting. So go to window and choose outliner. Here you will able to see I will rename each and every object as perfect naming because you are clear clarification. So I will minimize my outliner. Click spacebar in keyboard. That means you got 4 viewports. Here I need to set my camera view. It's really important. So I will click and drag all the way to down. That means you got only 2 viewports. Go to rendering and click on create cam. It will automatically created in center of grid. Press R and scale big. Go to panels, perspective and choose camera 1. I will adjust my camera. Press 5 in keyboard. That means you will able to see our shaded mode. Here you need to set 2 things. Go to view, camera settings and choose overscan. View, camera settings and choose resolution gate. In default in this file you got only 640 into 480. I want to change my width and height using render settings. Go to render settings. In render using you need to choose an Arnold renderer. In common tab scroll down. Here you need to choose image size as HD 540 and also you need to choose an renderable camera as camera 1. So I will close my render settings. Now I adjust my cam over here. So you need to show the top wall and also floor. You need to adjust like this. Okay. So now click on this lock camera button. That means you cannot able to pan or zoom this viewport. So now we successfully set our camera view. Now we start our interior lighting. Okay, first of all we need to set our environment. So it's really important. Go to hypershade, click on this hypershade button. So and go to Arnold and choose AI sky. So it will automatically create over here. So now I close my hypershade and go to render settings. In Arnold renderer, expand this environment. In background, click on this checker and choose AI sky 1. So after that I will close my render settings and open your Arnold render view. So in default it will be render our perspective shape. I need to render my camera shape one. Click on this one and see here I will set my sky over here. So now you able to see our AI sky, but still our camera view in shows black because the light will be blocked by this glass over here. So from this two window. So I already add this glass object in this display layer. I will uncheck this visibility. So now you able to see our AI sky will be cast our scene. Okay, it's render completed. Now we need to set our direction light for our light shape. So go to rendering and click on direction light. So it will automatically created in center of grid. So you will able to see here. Now press R and scale big. Now press W. I want to move my direction light on outside of my window, and press E and rotate like this. So now you able to see our direction light will be happen over here. So I will angle little bit my direction light. Okay, now you able to see our window cut over here. So we will set our direction light as perfect. So now I select my direction light. I will increase my little bit of intense. Go to attributes and increase the exposure to 3 or 2.5. Okay, now I increase my direction light intense to exposure to 2.5. Now I need to increase my scene intense using AI sky. So go to render settings and in Arnold in environment click on this arrow. So that means you got AI sky attributes. Here you need to increase the intense at least 25. Okay, our intense is enough, but we have some problem over here. So here we facing some black region and also here. So I will keep this image for comparison. Click on this store a snapshot button. So that means our snapshot will be stored. So it will be happen by our render settings. Go to render settings and in Arnold renderer expand this ray depth. Here you need to increase the diffuse ray depth to 3. Okay, it's render completed. Now I compare the previous frame. Click a store a snapshot button. So now I check my snapshot 1. So here you able to see lot of black region because we give ray depth, diffuse ray depth to 1. So in snapshot 2 the black region will be gone. So we will increase diffuse ray depth to 3. So now our lighting will be set. So I also reduce little bit of intense. See here we have facing little bit of bleach. So I will give intense to 18. So I will uncheck this eye to render our current frame. Okay. Now our lighting is set perfectly. Now we need to apply some material for our objects. So I will close my Arnold render view for now. So now I select my wall. So and choose assign new material and choose Arnold AI standard. So when the wall selected and choose AI standard and choose and rename this as wall underscore AI standard and choose diffuse color as light red. So like this. So I will add a little bit of light red. So like this. And then I want to choose my top wall. Right click and choose assign new material and choose Arnold AI standard. So in top wall I want to give diffuse color all the way to white. So I will choose as top underscore wall underscore AI standard. So this is pure white. So like this. Now I want to select my bottom floor, right click and choose assign new material and choose Arnold AI standard. So I want to rename as floor underscore AI standard. So choose pure white. I want to give specular weight to like this 0.2. I didn't want any roughness. I will give roughness to 0. So now I want to render my current scene. So open your Arnold render view. Okay, it's render completed. When we give some white material to wall and this floor, so our scene intents will be too high. So you also able to bleach over here. So go to render settings and go to Arnold renderer. In background, click on this AI sky attributes. So I will reduce little bit. I will give 17. Okay, it's still too high. So I want to give 15. It's enough. Okay, it's render completed. Now it looks great. Now we need to apply some material for our sofa. So I will select my outliner and select expand the sofa group. So here you need to select. So I will close my Arnold render view. So here you need to select all the sofa seats. So don't select the sofa legs. So you need to select all sofa base, seat 1, 2, 3 and 4. So leave the all legs. So right click and choose assign new material and choose Arnold AI standard. I want to rename as sofa underscore AI standard. So and choose my color as dark red like this. And also I need to give some specular weight and give roughness to 0.4. So like this. I will give very tiny bit of specular weight as 0.1 and give roughness to 0.4. And also I need to apply and bump map for the sofa. So before that you need to give an perfect UV. So select each object. So select this one, go to UV and choose auto mapping. So automatic. So do same thing for all objects. Select this object, right click and choose object mode. Select this object, go to UV and choose auto mapping. So this is really important. When you apply some bump map, your UV will be perfect, otherwise it won't work out. So select this object and go to UV and choose automatic. So right click and choose object mode. So select this one and press G to repeat the last command. Right click and choose object mode. Select this one and press G and right click and choose object mode. Select this object and go to sofa AI standard and scroll down. Here you need to apply and bump map. expand this one, click on this checker and go to file. In 2D texture you need to apply a noise, so click on this noise. So here you need to give very light bump value, so give 0.001. so like this, click on this bump value arrow, so and increase the radius high, so like 1.5, and reduce the amplitude little bit. Now also increase the threshold, so give threshold to 0.25 and give amplitude as 0.6, so it's enough. So now open your Arnold render view. Okay, it's render completed. Now we need to open your outliner. So here you need to select all the sofa legs using control, and also control select the sofa backdrop, so this one, and also wall corner, and also frame 1, frame 2, and so like this you need to select all these things. So I will close my Arnold render view. So for all sofa legs and sofa backdrop, and also wall corners, and also frame 1 and frame 2, so that is window frames. So right click and choose assign new material and choose Arnold AI standard. Here you want to choose as black, so underscore AI standard. I want to give diffuse color to 70% black, like this. You want to give diffuse color to 70% black, and open your Arnold render view again. Okay, at final you need to apply some material for this photo frame and also this design. So I will close my Arnold render view. I will zoom in a little bit. So I will select this one, right click and choose assign new material, and choose Arnold AI standard, and choose color to black, all the way to black, and give weight to 1, and give weight to 0.1 and roughness to 0.1. so like this, and select all this design over here, right click and choose, so select all the design, so only the designs, right click and choose assign new material and choose Arnold AI standard, and give white color and give reflection specular weight to 0.1 and specular roughness to 0.1. so finally you need to apply an photo frame. So I will click on this one and click isolate select and press F to focus. So right click and choose the center face and go to UV and choose planar. Option box, here you need to choose two things, bounding box, camera, and tick this keep image width and height ratio and click project, and go to UV and choose UV editor. Now right click over here and select this UV, right click and choose UV, select this UV, control right click and choose to shell and press W. I want to move on this side. So right click and choose face, so select this face and right click over here and choose assign new material and choose Arnold AI standard. So this is the image, so I want to rename as image underscore AI standard, and click on this color checker and go to file and give filter type to off and click on this image name folder. So in desktop I have some image over here, so I will right click and choose UV. I will select this UV, I will move on this side exactly in center. Now press 6 in keyboard. Now you able to see our image and press R and scale like this, scale in X, so to view our image clearly. Now right click and select the center face. Now shift and leftmost click and drag, so that means it will leave our center face, and select other faces. Right click and choose assign new material, Arnold AI standard. So I want to give diffuse color all the way to dark brown, so dark brownish color. Now right click and choose object mode and select this face, center face, right click and choose object mode and go to image AI standard. Here you need to give specular weight to 1 and roughness to 0, and also this brown AI standard, here you need to give some specular weight, so like this. Now right click and choose object mode. So I will close my UV editor. Now open your Arnold render view. Okay, it's render completed, but see here our photo frame is highly glossy. So I will select my photo frame and go to image AI standard, and I want to reduce my specular weight to 0.01. So now I zoom out. Okay, now our photo frame is nice and clean. So now we need to reduce lot of noise from our scene. So see here. So I will use shift plus leftmost button, click and drag to render the specified region. This noise will be reduced by our render settings and also our direction light. Go to outliner and select your direction light and give samples at least 6. Okay, now I increase my direction light samples to 6, but still you able to see our lot of noise. It will be reduced by our render settings. Go to render settings in Arnold renderer. Here you need to increase the diffuse samples to 10, but it takes huge render time. So I will give diffuse samples to 10 and glossy samples to 5 and camera AA samples to 4 and give diffuse samples to 10, but it takes huge render time. Okay, it's render completed. See here, it will reduce lot of noise when we increase our diffuse, glossy and camera AA samples, but remember it will takes huge render time. So now I want to uncheck this crop region to render our full image. Okay, here we forgot one thing, so the glass. So go to channel box and layer editor and turn on this glass. When you enable the glass, all the lighting will be blocked over here. So select this both glass material and right click and choose assign new material and choose Arnold AI standard. So and rename this standard material as glass GLASS underscore AI standard. So I didn't want any diffuse contribution, so I want to give all the way to black, and I didn't want any diffuse weight. I will give diffuse weight to 0. I want specular weight to 1 and give roughness to 0, and expand this refraction tab. It's really important. Whenever you have glass material, you want to give refraction weight to 1 and also index of refraction to 1.5. so still our image will be black. So select this object and go to glass shape and uncheck this, expand this Arnold tab and uncheck this opaque. Now you able to see our glass will be allow lighting inside of our room. So now select this glass material again and uncheck this opaque option. So that means the lighting will be allowed to throughout this glass. Okay, it's render completed. When we increase our diffuse and glossy ray depth, so the render will be nice and clean, but it takes huge render time. If you have low configuration PC, please keep diffuse and glossy ray depth to limit. So I preview my final file over here. I hope you like it. I see you on next project. Click subscribe button to subscribe our YouTube channel. We always need your support to create high quality content further. So please subscribe. Click here to also watch the tutorial of how to model a complex shape in Maya part 4.